Hello viewers, if you are an Australian aspirant that you're looking for a work permit visa and you're prepared yourself with the skill assessment and English, but still you're struggling to get the work permit with a potential sponsor in Australia, why you are struggling? That is the question I'm going to ask you today, because I am coming across a lot of people in the recent times fully prepared, but they are struggling to get a sponsorship. And there are some expectations from the sponsors in Australia, and if you can fulfill those, it's easy to get sponsorship. Let's discuss those points in today's video. I'm Sundar from Baasu Consultants. In recent times, there's a lot of people got the offer letter as a sponsorship, but before filing the visa, the employer come back, they say there is a delay, or they say that they cannot take them no longer. Why is that? One of the main reasons is the recent hike in salary. In Australia, recently, the government has increased the minimum wages from $54,000 to $70,000, which many of the employers are not prepared for that kind of a budget, because with the $70,000 plus the 11% superannuation, the CTC, the cost to the company, is going to be somewhere close to $80,000 to $85,000. So many employers is not able to support that kind of a salary, so they are not taking them. Still, you are able to convince the employer and give them the confidence that you will be a very valid workforce, so that you can able to support the business in a long run. Another important reason is work timings. As you are aware, as per the legal contract, the working hours is going to be 38 to 40 hours a week. But when they take somebody with a higher salary, the employer expects a bit of a flexibility in terms of timing, as well as the flexibility to work on the weekends, mainly for hospitality business. The employees are very skeptical to feel that they no longer able to ask that kind of help with you, so that they prefer to stay away from the offer letter. But what you can do is you can talk to them to providing a kind of a confidence that you are having an extended support available with you, so that you can able to provide an extended support so that he is happy and you are happy, so that it's going to be a win-win situation. Another important reason I see is that the attitude of the candidates, because many times candidates is not able to give that kind of a confidence to the employer. Remember that first you need to provide what you can offer to the business, then you can expect what business can offer to you, which is very, very important. Another important reason I see is frequently is many of the candidates are very desperate to get the permanent residency in a rush. Please do keep in mind, there is an employer who trusted you, and then he is going to help you to come to Australia with the sponsorship, and he expects you to provide a kind of a commitment, a minimum of 2 years you work with the business, so that his effort, time and the money he spent is going to be valid. Because many times people go and they try to find all the shortcuts to find a permanent residency within few months. That's not only going to spoil your reputation, but also is going to spoil the reputation of every candidate who's coming from that particular country. That is definitely not advisable. In recent times, I could see that many candidates, when they go, they feel they're getting exploited. It is not that way, because you need to understand one thing. It's not only you that you spend a lot of time, money and effort to prepare yourself for Australia, because even an employer who's going to support you and sponsor you to take you to Australia, they spend at least $10,000 to $15,000 in terms of their sponsorship, nomination, your training levy, and their lawyer fee. So that means it's very important they also make a commitment towards you. And not only that, they also wait for at most for 6 months for you to come to their doorstep. That means, so it is a commitment from both sides, and you need to value that commitment, because that's very important. So when you work for 2 years and you have all the right that you say that you support the business, and I'm sure that I can tell you that every business need a genuine people to work and support the business. And when you show your sincere attitude towards the work and the business, I'm sure the business also will reciprocate with the sponsorship for your permanent residency after 2 years. Another very important reason which I see in recent times, many people wants to go to Australia with their family. As you are aware, the 482 work permit visa allow you to go to Australia with your family, but please be transparent with your employer. What is your future plan in terms of short term and long term? You can always ask for a nomination for your family. You can tell them that you can take your family maybe after 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, whichever you feel comfortable and whatever is your plan. But many times I found They are not disclosing that information. At the last minute of the interview, they say that they want to take the family and they want the support for the family from the employer, and the employer feels there is no transparency in the discussion. So that's one of the very reason there is a delay happening. So it's very important that you need to come with a clear plan and discuss everything very open with your employer and tell your strength and weakness and what you can bring it to the table, so that there is no mismatch on the expectation on both sides. Another very frequent reason that I find people got skill assessment and English and they're not able to secure an offer letter with an employer is that your previous track record with employment. If you look at your resume, you keep moving from one employer to the other employer very frequently, then the employer in Australia may not have that confidence that you're going to work with them a minimum of 2 years. That is very important, that your track record shows that you are a very committed workforce, that you work with an employer at least a minimum of 2 years, which is very much acceptable on today's standards. And we are there always to assist you, to advise you, whatever the information you need. Please feel free to reach us so that we will be in a position to give you an exact insight of your situation and what best options you can have. I hope this video gives some kind of an information how the sponsorship works in Australia, and I wish you all the very best for your 482 subclass work permit visa.